Here's a question worth carrying into every home repair conversation you ever have. Who is taking the risk? When a contractor asks for the full price before starting, the answer is entirely you. You've paid for a promise. If the work is bad, late, or never happens, your leverage is gone. The money is already theirs, and you're reduced to asking nicely. Legitimate contractors know this, which is why they don't structure jobs that way. Payment schedules exist precisely so that risk is shared as the work progresses. Here's the truth. A demand for full payment up front or a very large deposit is a warning sign in itself. Reputable contractors ask for a modest deposit and are paid in stages as the work is completed. Your money is your leverage. Don't hand over all of it before the first nail. So what does normal actually look like? A modest deposit to cover initial materials. Many states cap this by law for home improvement contracts, often around 10% or a set dollar amount. Progress payments tied to milestones, materials delivered, rough-in complete, inspection passed. A final payment on satisfactory completion, after you've seen the finished work and any required inspection has passed. And everything in writing: scope, materials, total price, payment schedule, start and completion dates, warranty, license number. If a contractor proposes a schedule like that, it's a good sign. If they want everything on day one, they've told you something important. Now the red flags around payment: cash only, or a discount for cash. Cash leaves no record and no recourse. A check made out to an individual rather than the company name. Full payment demanded before any work begins. A deposit far above your state's legal limit, worth knowing the number where you live. Payment by gift card, wire, or a payment app to a personal account. No real contractor bills this way, and by now you know that's the payment pause going off. Pressure to pay before the contract is signed, or before you've read it. A request to pay for materials directly at a supplier they choose, sometimes real, sometimes a way to route money. And no written contract at all, or a one-line invoice with no detail. Now there's a particular version worth naming because it's so effective: the half-finished job. The contractor takes a large payment, starts the work, then stops. Now you're trapped. Your roof is open, your bathroom is gutted, and he wants more money to continue. Every additional payment feels like the only way to get your house back to normal. Recognize that as a completed scam, not a stalled job. Paying more rarely produces completion. It produces another pause. Stop paying. Document everything with photographs, and get another contractor to assess and finish. It will feel like losing money you've already spent, but continuing to pay is how a large loss becomes a catastrophic one. So here's what to do. Never pay in full before work begins. A modest deposit, then payments tied to progress. Find out your state's deposit limit. Your state contractor licensing board or attorney general's office can tell you. Get everything in writing before any money changes hands. Pay by check or credit card to the company, never cash, never to an individual. A credit card also gives you dispute rights. Tie the final payment to completion and inspection, and don't release it early because someone is pleasant or persistent. If the job stalls, stop paying. Photograph everything, keep all records, and get a second contractor's assessment. And report problems to your state licensing board and attorney general. Contractor fraud is taken seriously, and complaints accumulate. Here's what I'd do. I'd keep the leverage where it belongs, which means never handing over money faster than the work arrives. A modest deposit, then payments as milestones are actually met. because money still in my account is the only real influence I have over whether a job gets finished properly. And I'd pay by check or card to the company, never cash to a person, so that a record exists if I ever need one. If someone pushed for the full amount before starting or wanted cash for a discount, I wouldn't argue about it. I'd simply take it as the answer and hire someone else. If a job ever stalled halfway with a demand for more money to continue, I'd recognize that as the scam completing, rather than a project in trouble. Paying more to rescue money already spent is the same trap as the withdrawal fee. So I'd stop, document everything, and bring in someone new. So let's practice. A contractor gives you a fair-sounding price for a bathroom remodel and asks for the whole amount up front. He'll give you 10% off for cash since he has to order materials this week. Run at full payment before work, cash discount urgency. You say you're happy to pay a normal deposit by check to the company, with the rest at agreed milestones. If he accepts, you may have a real contractor. If he objects, insists on cash, or suddenly can't do the job, he just told you exactly what he was. Either way, you learned it for free.